What's up, Doids? It's a Vosteed day today because we have this one here and this one here. So let's open this one up. Alrighty, let's get down to the... I did peek inside this one briefly. I didn't take out the knife. I peeked because I forgot what it was. This one's not in a metal thing, just a pouch. Okay. So, this one here is a Vosteed that I bought. And I haven't bought a Vosteed in a long time. Well, you know what? That's a lie. I don't have any of those Vosteeds anymore, except the Nightshade. So, I'm not a fan of a ton of Vosteed's knives. I love the Nightshade very much. Fantastic knife. Their other stuff, there's nothing wrong with them, but they just don't really speak to me. I bought a few, and I just didn't really love them. But when I saw that this came out, I decided to buy it because it's something new. It's something new that I've never experienced before. So we have this one, and then this one here they actually sent to me to check out. So this one I bought, this one I didn't. Let's take a look. Which one should we do first? Let's do this one first, the one that they sent to me. Let's get in here. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, I already knew that. Alright, this is the Ankyo. And this is a new locking mechanism from them. The button is the pivot. The pivot is the button, and the button is the pivot. Very interesting. Are these... These are aluminum, right? Yeah, they are. Yeah. Alright, we have a lot of deployments. We got a flipper tab, front flipper, and the hole. Let's do the hole first. Why not? Okay. It actually feels pretty good. This is a chunky knife. It's pretty thick, and it feels good in your hand because it feels like you're gripping like a lot of material in here. Big ol'... Yeah, just feels like your hand nice. Let's try this button thing. Ooh, okay. Okay. Front flip actually works really good. Very interesting. It feels pretty much like a button lock. It might have a little better detent than like a regular button lock might have. Now, what's going on in here? I probably can't even really tell without taking it apart. Yeah, you really can't see anything. All you can see is the stop pin right there. And that's it. Everything else that's going on is inside the pivot. I like the blade shape. Nice sheep's foot with belly. That's a really good blade shape. One of my favorites, actually. Nice swedge on there. It says prototype here. Okay. LMAX blade steel. That's cool. Trying something different. Have they done LMAX before? I can't remember. Loki's barking at something. Actually, you know what? I think there were nightshades in LMAX. Wait, is mine in LMAX? Yeah, it is. Yeah, mine's in LMAX. Okay. I thought it sounded a little familiar. This is pretty cool. It's on the heavy side. Let's see here. Five ounces. Yeah, definitely on the heavy side. And that's due to these. I mean, these are pretty thick aluminum scales. There is pockets. Yep, there is pockets milled into them. But we have almost a full steel liner on both sides, so it's nested in the aluminum. But that's a lot of metal. That is a lot of metal. It feels like a nice heavy-duty work knife, is what it feels like. Man, I mean, we'll talk more about this in a second, but kudos to them for trying new things. That's just so nice. There's so many knives out and about now that are being released and being made that are just similar versions of other knives that we've seen. There's a little less innovation maybe nowadays, and seeing them play around with different locking mechanisms and stuff is awesome. Let's get to this next one. Speaking of new locking mechanisms, this is the one that I bought. The new Raccoon with the top lock. So this is basically a compression lock that's operated with the button. Got some micarta here. Blue micarta button. It's the normal Raccoon, just with a button. So this should have a nice snappy detent, unlike some other button locks. So here we go. Okay, yeah, feels pretty good. Let's try the button. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty freaking smooth. The button is a little further down this way than usual. Like, my thumb wants to go, like, right here, but it's not. It's actually here. It's just not... It's fine. It's just, like, I'm used to it being up here, so it just feels a little odd. But it's not hard to get to. Yeah, it really is just a compression lock. Look at that. If there was a little cutout right here, like on a Spyderco, you could get it with your finger and push it aside. Why is no one else trying this? I mean, the compression lock is, you know, open for business. There might be one or two other places doing it, something similar, but I mean, why not make just a real Spyderco style compression lock with the cutout and everything? I mean, you can do it. The patent has run out. It really is the best way to do a button lock, right? Unless you're gonna do it right, like I don't know, the Malibu or the Wii Cubit is a super strong detent button lock, or Plunge lock button lock. But if you're maybe a new company, you don't know how to make button locks, why not do one of these? Because you're gonna get a nice snappy detent and have a button. So it's kind of a no-brainer, I would think. Maybe cheaper to make as well, because you don't have to make the little plunger. It's a small piece that takes precision milling. It seems like just making a button connected to a liner or a liner lock would be a little more simple to make. Yeah, it's very smooth. Look at that. Extremely smooth on bearings, obviously. Micarta, it doesn't feel like nice micarta, really. It feels like more of the cheap stuff. But this is a cheap knife. It's like $60-something. $65, I think. So this is a cheap knife. So obviously it's not going to be like super nice micarta. 14C 28M blade steel. The grind here on this Raccoon is really nice. Behind the edge, we are looking at 13 thousandths. Very nice. Yeah, that is great. Blade stock 116 thousandths. This is going to be a great cutter. We'll do a cut test with it. Almost a full flat grind. Great blade shape, you know, useful for all things, all types of cutting. You got a lefty spot there for the clip. This clip is inset. I've always liked Vosteed's clips. These ones that they use, they're low profile. They go in the pocket really easy, and they don't cause a hot spot. This is a great clip. Really great. This one's made out of titanium. This one's not. You can tell the titanium one's a little thicker. Yeah, great clip though. So there you go. Vosteed trying new things, and it seems like succeeding at them, really. I'm not sure how much the Ankyo is. I'll link it down below. You guys can take a look. I don't think it's out yet. It says prototype, so I don't think it's out yet. But I'll link it if I can. Maybe it's already out. I just don't know. Either way, if I can link it, if it's somewhere to be linked, I will link it in the description down below. On this one, I think the front flipper and the reverse flick is the best. The flipper tab is a little small. It almost feels like I'm about to slip off of it. Oh, yeah, I did just there. It's not too bad. So maybe a little feel like I'm going to... Yeah, there we go again. But the front flipper is great. Reverse looks great. Ergo's very good on this one. Both have, you know, really nice choke-up spots. I think this one's a little more roomy on the Ankyo. On the Raccoon here, this heel of the edge kind of pokes you if you're up, way choked up. You can hold it a little bit farther back and be fine. But just a little more roomy on the Ankyo. An Ankyo, by the way, is a dinosaur. It's like an armored dinosaur that had like a mace for a tail. Like it had this armored tail with spikes on it that it would use to it would swing it around and smash things with it. Pretty cool. Kind of makes sense for this knife too. Right on. So yeah, Vosteed making a budget banger. Yeah, I know people. I've heard some people say this is going to be one of the better budget knives of the year. I don't know, maybe. Certainly is a great deal, you know. Great button lock with a snappy detent. A good grind on a very useful blade shape with a choke-up spot. Good ergos, great clip. Lefty friendly. You know, you can push the button with your other finger easily. So, yeah, I could see it being a very good budget option for sure. There you go. Thanks to Vosteed for letting me check these out. Or thanks for sending me this one. Thanks for letting me buy this one. And yeah, please like the video before you head out. I'll see you soon. Later.